Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I hope guys you're enjoying my 30 days English speaking challenge. The only intention to start doing this is to help you to speak in English every single day for 30 days to see the difference. So if you follow my channel, if you follow my videos, if you start speaking for 30 days at a stretch on these topics, everyday topics which I pick up and speak on, if you start doing that for 30 days, at least you'll get to know what is your progress, whether you are improving or not, whether your fluency and confidence is building up or not. So that will be a test for you and it will help you to understand what is your level of fluency and confidence and what you have achieved and how much more efforts you have to put in. Okay, so that is why guys I'm making your life easier. And that is why I've come up with this 30 days English speaking challenge, in which what you have to do is you have to just watch my video once, twice, thrice, as many times as you can, and just to get hold of what I am trying to speak in this, or how I am trying to speak about a particular topic or a conversation or a question. Okay, in the same ways you can just jot down the ideas, come up with your own ideas, include that and start speaking. Take 3 attempts, right? And see how you're improving and see whether your speech is improving or not, right? Do this every day and make sure you follow this for 30 days and then you see the progress. And then let me know how you have performed, if this has worked for you. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you want to speak on day-to-day, real-life, interesting topics every single day, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is you have to stay connected, stay tuned, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Now let's begin with today's topic. Today I'm going to talk about whether I love my job or not, or what do I love in my job and what do I hate in my job, right? So I'm going to talk about my profession today. If you are a professional, you can speak about your profession. If you're not a profession, you can speak about what you are doing right now. You might be studying something, right? You might be in engineering or medical or arts or finance or any other field, whichever field you are in, you must be doing something there, right? You can take up that course, that subject, that degree program, and you can speak about what you love and what you hate about it, right? If you're a housewife, if you are a business professional, or if you are doing anything else, whatever, you know, or in school, you can just pick up things which you love doing and things which you hate doing, which you don't like doing much. Okay, so I've simplified everything for you guys. You can take up anything. Like for school students, you can take up I love maths, or I love English, I hate physics, or I hate maths. Okay, and then you can speak about it. What in English you love, right? What in maths you don't like. Okay, just to make your life simpler, I'm just trying to help you out with this topic. Now, so I've chosen my profession. I'm going to speak about my profession, what I like most about my profession, and what is that which I really don't like about my profession. Okay, let's start. Well, HR is a wonderful profession. I really feel very attached to this profession because there are lots of stuffs around HR. It's not only about recruitments. It's not only about coming up with, events and activities. It's not only about giving trainings. It's not only about, salary, or it's not only about appraisals, etc., etc. So it has a whole bunch of things around it. So being an HR professional, if you are exposed to each segment or each sector of HR, you are very lucky. Because nowadays, companies have started keep every segment or every sector of HR different, and they hire different people for different things. One person will not do every single thing. But I was really lucky enough that when I started working in HR, I started with recruitments first, but then I got a hang of every other things which an HR does. So it was a small company, it was a 100 people company, IT company, of course. And I got to do a lot of things, like documentations and joining formalities and induction, appraisals, salary, event organization, trainings, and everything else. So eventually I learned every single thing. So for 5 years I was into core HR. I did a lot of multiple things, and there I learned every aspect of HR. So the best part was it was not very boring. When you get bored of doing something, if you do one set of activity, it gets very monotonous, it gets very boring, right? So for 5-6 years I was completely into HR, a core HR, which is everything included. So I was never bored. That was the best part of my job. So once I have to do recruitments, then I have to do some trainings, then I have to do some activities, I have to organize some events or activities when there was something scheduled. Then of course every month, at the end of the month, I have to do the salary thing, right? I have to come up with the salary and salary slips and etc. Appraisals and lot many things. So it was not very boring for me. Yes, of course, there was too much of work and the workload was hectic, but then I really enjoyed, initially when you start doing something, when you are at a very initial phase of your life and you started learning something, and when you enjoy doing that or you want to learn more and more about it, you're very enthusiastic, you're very excited about it. So it helps you to work very hard. You don't realize your workload, you don't realize anything. You just give your 100% there, and that is the best thing. When you start giving your 100% and you don't realize if it is too overwhelming for you, then you learn a lot of stuffs. But then every time it's not possible, right? At some point of time you feel like relaxing also. Okay, when you have a family, when you get married, and there are lots of other things also to do, then you want your life to be sorted. You need a work-life balance. So initially 5 to 6 years I was quite into core HR and I had to manage a lot of things. So I did that and I learned a lot. That was my learning phase and I learned a lot from that, and that was the best part of my exposure or of my job. Then lately I realized that I want to get into recruitments. Okay, I wanted to do recruitments. So the next company which I joined, I was completely into recruitments. I did some other things as well because I had some experience. So they wanted to let go of me, of my experience. So they asked me to participate in other things as well. So I did that as well. But my main area of expertise or my main job was to recruit people. And I actually enjoyed recruitments also. I did everything till the HR round. So HR interviews also I used to conduct and I used to close the offer and everything. So that was also the best part. I was into recruitments. I had to meet a lot of people. I have to judge them. I have to speak to them. I have to understand what their understanding is, whether they are fit for the job or not, whether they are fit for the company or not, whether they are going to join us or not. There are lots of things involved in recruitments also, and that was also really interesting. So I liked recruitments also when I was into recruitments. Later on, when I had a family and things changed, my priorities changed, so I wanted to shift to something which was at my convenience, right? I wanted to do something which will help me to take care of my kid, my family, and me physically and mentally as well. So I shifted to L&D, learning and development, or training and development. So I shifted to that. Now, what is the advantage of this is that you can take sessions or you can go and have trainings at your own convenience, right? You can schedule it beforehand. You can organize everything. Okay, whether you want to have a back-to-back session or you want to have sessions at intervals, it is your choice. You can do it. You can organize it on your own. That is also another advantage which I have in this profession. In training and development, I can do things at my own pace, at my own convenience, taking care of my family and work-life balance as well. So lately I've shifted to L&D or T&D, and I'm really happy that it is working out for me. So these are the advantages which I have spoken about my profession. Now, coming to the next part, what are the disadvantages of working as an HR? As I initially told you, when you get into core HR, when you do multiple things, it gets very hectic. Nowadays also, I had a lot of offers from companies. They wanted me to join at a senior position who's going to take care of entire HR activities. But of course, that work is also very hectic because you have to take care of everything, starting from recruitments to appraisals to training and development to events and other things, right? So the lots entire appraisals and all. So there's entire spectrum of things which you have to take care of, and of course it will be hectic and you will not have time and you will not get any free time. So that was one thing, the disadvantage which I felt was there in core HR, or if you are taking care of the entire HR activities. So it could be very hectic and overwhelming for you because there are lots of work you have to do, and the timings will also not be flexible. You have to give 8 to 9 hours at your workplace, and Saturdays and Sundays of course will be a holiday, but there are lots of things which you have to plan again. So probably a Saturday or a Sunday you have to again sit back and see how you can plan things. So that is one thing which I felt was a disadvantage of this profession. Another disadvantage is when you're doing an 8-hour shift, it gets very difficult to manage your family and work, right? The whole 9 hours or 8 hours you have to be in office. And my kid goes to school for 3 hours only. Okay, so it was like, I was just thinking about how I can manage things. Again, I have to put her in a play school, or I have to get a maid for her so that she can take care of her the whole day till the time I come back. So that timing was another concern. 9 hours shift, 8 to 9 hours shift was another big concern for me, considering my family life, my work-life balance. So I decided not to go ahead with this schedule. So I thought of getting into LND or TND so that I can manage my work from home as well and going to the workplace as well. So this is how I can manage, because nowadays there's a hybrid culture, right? Or 5 days a week culture. So you'll not completely get work from home. So you have to go travel to your workplace. To 2 days or 3 days in a week, you have to travel to your workplace. So I preferred working from home and going to the workplace also. So that I can manage my kid as well. So 8 to 9 hours shift is something which for me is a disadvantage at this point of life, because I have a kid at home and she's too small. She's just 4-year-old. So that is why I have shifted to LND, so that I can work online as well as offline. Okay, it's a combination of both and it's convenient for me. So this is another disadvantage which led me to get into this profession. And of course, I've started my YouTube channel also, so I have to give time to that. If it will be a 9-hour shift, if I start attending every single day, if I start going to office, then it will be little difficult for me to give time to my YouTube channel also. So guys, these were some advantages and disadvantages of being an HR professional, in my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions, everybody has their own experiences, everybody has their own thought process or conclusions. So what I would suggest is you can also listen to my video, understand what I'm trying to say, how I'm framing my sentences, how I'm talking about it. You can listen twice or thrice, you'll get an idea of what I'm trying to say. And it's very easy. I am not asking you to repeat with me or speak on the same lines. It's not necessary. Yes, to practice speaking, you can just speak with me or repeat after me. That's fine. You can shadow with me just to, practice English language, right? The articulation, the rhythm and tone and intonation and everything else. But for speaking, you have to try speaking on your own. Mix your thoughts, come up with your own ideas, take my ideas, jot it down. I always emphasize on this, guys. When you're listening to my video, also jot down my ideas. Keep a pen and a paper ready. Yes. And jot down the ideas. And see and try to speak after listening to my video. And you'll see how easy it is for you to speak on that. Yes. When you're listening to me, take a pen and a paper, jot down my ideas. And once you have listened to me, look at the notes and start speaking on it, and you will see the difference. You will find it much easier for you to speak on that topic. And once you are done with that, what you can do is you can come up with your own ideas also, and you can start speaking on it, or you can club both the ideas and speak on it. That's it. It will hardly take 10 minutes of yours, or maximum 15 minutes of yours. Try it thrice and see the difference, whether you are improving or not. Okay, and jotting down the ideas and speaking on it will really help at this point of time. So do this religiously and you will see the difference. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session with another interesting topic. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.